Are you afraid of leeches?
Well, maybe you should be.
Did you know predators like the Whitmania laevis calculate the costs and benefits of each prey?
If you don't know enough about leeches, you could be the next prey.
Many predators can eat a variety of prey available in their environment, but seem to choose certain prey over others. In the article, Prey Selection of a Shell-Invading Leech as Predicted by Optimal Foraging Theory with Consumption Success Incorporated into Estimation of Prey Profitability, the researchers looked to validate optimal foraging theory. Optimal foraging theory is an animal behavior theory that assumes a predator preys selectively to maximize fitness gain. That predator would then be more profitable and better able to pass on its genetics on. This particular study uses a species of leech called Whitmania laevis, a predatory leech that attaches using its caudal sucker and then feeding off a snail's soft tissue with its oral sucker. This particular leech was used because of its predatory habits compared to an ambush tactic that many other leeches use. W. laevis can also prey on a variety of different snails in which the leech has a highly variable consumption success rate. In previous research, optimal foraging theory has been successful at modeling the feeding habits of predators and prey that are relatively immobile.
They were mostly concerned with leeches that are immobile or whose prey consumption is more dependent on the mobility of the prey themselves. Thus, the prey consumption of these leeches could not be predicted by the optimal foraging model. This study is the first to research a leech whose prey consumption is dependent on active selection. The W. laevis is put through 3 experiments with 5 different species of snail prey. The first experiment was designed to test prey size preference. It turns out the leeches preferred medium over larger sized snails. This leads us to think that prey size selection may be correlated with prey profitability and furthermore could likely be predicted by the optimal foraging theory. The second experiment was designed to test the profitability of each snail. This was calculated by multiplying the amount of soft tissue weight by the amount of snail consumed and the ratio of edible soft tissue divided by invasion time. A high profitability means time better spent for the leech. The third and final experiment tested prey species preference of leeches by using snails of similar sizes. Comparing the results from the second and third experiment can offer insight into whether this is related to prey profitability.
In the first experiments, looking at prey size selection of Whitmania laevis, according to the first figure, the general trend was that the larger Whitmania laevis consumed larger prey and there was no significance between species being consumed. However, this trend changed when operculated and non-operculated snails were offered as prey choice. Operculated snails experienced a reduction in consumption, and on the other hand, large non-operculated snails were experiencing higher rates of consumption. In experiment 2, when you're looking at correlation between prey profitability and prey size selection of Whitmania laevis, in figure 2, as you can see, the time spent by the Whitmania laevis in the evasion and feeding time in non-operculated snail were significantly shorter compared to the operculated snail. Also in figure 3, the ratio of edible soft tissue increased when the size of the snail increased. Based on figure 4, there is a positive correlation between snail size and consumption success. These results suggest that Whitmania laevis selectively prey on larger snails. In experiment 3, looking at correlation between prey profitability and prey species selection of Whitmania laevis, in figure 7, you can see that the results suggest that Whitmania laevis do not prefer snails with high prey profitability, but they do prefer non-operculated species.
This study is important because it expands the understanding of how the optimal foraging model applies to predators whose prey is highly mobile. There have only been a few studies that have been done on prey selection of leeches, and none investigate the reason behind prey selection. While foraging ecology has been done on leeches before, it has been on Rhynchobellidas, who consume prey with lower anti-predator defenses, and Erpideliforms, who consume prey with lower mobility. Unlike these two, W. laevis should be able to actively select prey with higher profitability. The information this study exhibits presents extended factors for consideration in prey selection and profitability, such as herbiculation and its risks. This study created an adaptation for the optimal foraging model for predators that have mobile prey.